And we make you a co-host so that way you can do all the sharing you want, and boom.
All right, so it's right there. So I'm not, this isn't the uh most beautiful. Can you see
Yeah.
like it says the Fledge Dow and
Uh-huh.
swap? So we spent 3 weeks trying to get this to work. And when you connect your wallet here, if you're I'm on the Matic chain, so it knows to do that. And then I limited this,
Mm.
and this is a little dangerous right now, but I can go and buy a Fledge with the Matic.
Nice.
So I'd be interested in a couple of things. One, giving you a little bit of Matic so
Yeah.
that you can pay the gas fees,
Mm.
and then giving you, well, I'd give you the standard 20 Fledge that people get, or maybe it's whatever it is, I'll give you 20. That would be like your personal thing at the beginning. But I also would give you like 500 Fledge if you wanted to onboard people and give them 20 Fledge
Oh, right.
or
Cool.
something like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah.
fund, you could, like, let's say there's 5 people that are interested in it.
Yeah.
If gave them each 20, whatever, your discretion. I trust you. And then started, and I wouldn't want anybody to cash it out yet
Hmm.
because it'll just screw everything up.
Yeah.
And somebody will buy all our Fledge from us.
Yeah.
Um, but what could happen is, let's say that Miracle wanted you to help her film a pitch, and she offered you 10 Fledge for it. And then she could send you that Fledge and you'd have 30 or whatever, and she'd be down 10. And then maybe somebody else wants her to help them with something and she earns 20. You can start a more complicated bartering system
Mhm.
than you can with, just you and me. Like
Right.
you and I, like if I owe you, I'm going to give you a piece of art and you're going to give me the drawing for the food, that composting thing you do. What do you call that?
The Lear Garden.
Lear garden,
Yeah.
like Lear.
LEHR, linking ecosystem and hardware for regeneration. But yeah, Lear. So I could
Did you make that up?
no, that's Ed Williams. He's the one who did all the tech behind it, or the design anyway. So I'll send you a little 1 minute video of his, of like how it works and what it is. But I'm kind of getting your point of like, if maybe I wanted, if I could ask Zero to, I'm just making it up, but like give a workshop on linguistics, then I can give him some Fledge, and maybe he'd do it
Yes.
for people here in Superior.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, for sure. And then, yeah, exactly right. And I'm going to go to, uh, there's a page that's called Join. And this is kind of an instruction that probably needs to be tested by somebody that's not me,
Yeah.
like with a pure kind of environment and all of that. But it will walk you through how to get a MetaMask, how to set up the Matic network, because it's not always there. And there's a couple of easy ways to do it. There's a faucet here that'll drip Matic to you. But I'd give you enough Matic for you to give people Matic for gas too.
Nice.
Um, then you import a token,
Yep.
and that's our address. And then they could email me or you, for free Fledge. They would email me and I'd probably just do it.
Mm.
Like even if they were your people.
Hmm.
And then if they wanted to, they could connect their wallet and do other, I mean, you can sell your Fledge.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm not gonna, but if I see how there's only 143 Matic in the pool right now.
Hmm.
And I would crash the price by 95% if I sold that amount at this moment.
Yeah. Just as a quick sidebar, Jerry, have you gotten into augmented bonding curves at all?
Yeah, and we're gonna actually do some work so that we start to draw a lot more of what's really happening, and then try to make some curves that would help us out and see if we can get to match them.
Nice. Nice.
So
Cool.
all of this stuff here is bullshit. All these graphs, like I can't get this to work yet.
Hmm.
So you're seeing this pretty fresh out of
Yeah.
us solving a problem and getting it published again.
Right.
Oh, the other thing, if you ever want to show somebody, did this switch to the, what's the screen now? Is
It
it
looks like a loading bar with the
yeah,
cube.
yeah, I see it now. This is I can't believe it's taking that long. They upgraded our gigabit service in the area, and I need a new it's not a modem, but whatever they call it. And my internet's been shit.
Oh,
But so this was one kind of big thing is what we've been doing up here, like the Poor People's Campaign that of Michigan, we funded them 500 Fledge, and then they just started giving it to their volunteers that were helping with the new building that they had. So like the cleanup, the cops used it for target practice with rubber bullets. There was 200,000 bullets in this that they just left in this school.
oh my
And
God.
it was like the most trauma inducing thing I ever been in, you know, to walk in a classroom and just see bullets everywhere.
Yeah, jeez.
But I'm screwing around. I shouldn't be on this. I'm gonna go back to this site.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish this out. We needed to get this integration with the Uniswap, because when our guy sees this and he funds us, we have to be prepared to sell a lot of Fledge.
Yep.
Because all over the world, that's going to be global news.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Uniswap funds first project or 10th project. I don't know. He's taking a long time responding to me. But we're preparing for that. And we also, so like one of the things we could do is if I saw somebody got Fledge from you, like your address that I sent it to, I can make your address a so our trust tokens, you earn them yourself, right? And it's autonomous, so I can't get in the middle of it once we define what that smart contract's gonna be. So I would put a contract that if you sent them Fledge, they could mint a superior trust token.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that would happen via the
And
smart
then if you, yep, so every time you sent someone Fledge and they logged into the site, it would show them that they could mint a superior. And they
Nice.
would click on it and it would mint it for them. And then the next one, or that would show up here. And then the next one would be it would move from one spot to another. You already minted it, so it's now up in a token that you have. So the earned and minted is first, earned and can mint or claim. And so as they started doing stuff, and as the DAO started doing stuff, you could define what the criteria is for them to get a trust token. So maybe you were gonna integrate with your locks like we are, not saying do that,
Mm.
but, and, you set the criteria, you have to have held Fledge for 15 years or whatever, and that would show you that they knew, and you have to have the superior trust token, and you need to have whatever you wanted, whatever the rules you wanted. And then this would start automating for you. And then you tie these trust tokens. So eventually this page will have all of our project balances on it. So if I have a Lansing trust token, I see the Lansing projects and their budget. If I have a Superior one, I see the Superior projects and their budget. And if I have, and then there's also global budgets, like we have a budget for giving organizations Fledge when they onboard,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Hey,
So,
yeah.
and so then we can vote on projects together. So we might put a project out, let's give Miracle $99 so that she can build that freestand. Because that's kind of what she pitched. I loved it. I loved it so much. But so we could start to ease into this. I know I'm flooding it all out, but that's just like the vision. We can do it at whatever pace would be appropriate. And I think the first thing would be just you getting it first, if you're interested.
I am, and I'm just pinging Miracle now to see if, because she just sent me a text message anyway, just to see if she wants to pop in and hear what we're talking about here. So if she does, I'll bring her in. But this is great, Jerry, because there's a few things. One, it creates a little bit more shape and form for the 10,000 Fledges, and there's some clear infrastructure and technological affordances. Nice. What is this in? Love it, dude. Yeah, is this like more of a browser-based metaversey thing? Because I've seen some really awesome ways that people have done it just with the browser. But what's this frame that we're looking at?
There we go.
Oh, hell yeah. That's so cool. Dude. Yes, Jerry. Nice work.
It's a guy named Ari, or a person named Ari, I'm sorry. And it's going to connect to the MetaMask so that if you've got different trust tokens, you can go into different places.
Yep.
Including going into the code and changing it.
Oh, dang.
With different trust tokens and stuff like that.
Nice.
And so this is our build out, and we're in itch right now. And we've only got some of it done. I'll try to get to the studio. Sometimes it's hard to navigate this for me because I'm 56 years old.
Oh, okay. Now you're going to use that one, Jerry?
I am, because if it's not an original Atari controller, I'm incompetent.
Of course.
So anyways, I can't even get in there.
Badass. So.
Oh, there we go. I had to jump on it.
Nice. Dude, this is done really well. This is the quality of those sofas and everything, just way better quality than some of what I've seen. So cool.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So scanning it a bunch of times and then just keep compiling it and making it more refined. And then I've never looked, have you looked at this with the headset, Zero?
Not yet.
Yeah. So we haven't looked at it in a headset yet, but it should be pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Nice.
And so we're going to keep, now we got to start breaking the objects off for different ones. So we might have a new object for just a sound, piece. And I envision that we're going to be able to play at least something and record it in that world.
Yep. Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Getting excited about all this stuff coming together. But then the other thing is, all right, let's come down with the camera and scan all your stuff.
Right.
And now we've got a
Yeah,
globe
you little
with 2
portals.
spots on, yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, and this just makes the whole 10,000 Fledges piece just get so much more interesting and complex in like some really cool ways, you know.
I'm loving it. The so that the other thing is that, oh, this is crap. My website, I like how it's coming together. It's not perfect. I would love somebody else to come in and kind of really style it and make it more professional. But I want to get the content in here as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I've got the beliefs and values starting to come together, how we advocate, Alice, Maslow, adverse childhood experiences, Erickson, the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We're doing a big patronicity crowdfunding thing. So that page is here. And then in the news, testimonials and contacting us, then all of our entrepreneurial programs, all of our workforce development programs, and then all of the Alice with the food and their programs, housing.
Wow, Jerry.
And it's not all written and not all complete,
Yeah, but it's there.
but it's really coming together.
Yep.
And
Heck
then,
yeah.
and then, so this is just that kickoff that we did, like when Evan and I started mapping it the first time, and then that Alice became so apparent that it's made every single thing come together. I mean,
Right on.
so now we've got this vision of, all right, get this patronicity, which will repair our roof, get us a licensed kitchen, give us 24,000 to pay salaries, you know, a lot of really good things. It's being matched by our state government. So if
Wow.
we're
Perfect.
gonna try to raise 50,000 and they'll match us 50,000.
Dang.
And
Wow.
so, and I've got 3 corporate sponsors that are they're almost there to do 5 to 10,000.
Badass.
We can donate up to 15,000 ourselves. So if I have to, I'll write a check from one account and put it in there just to get the 15,000 match, you know.
Right, right.
So we already have 63,000 that we're pretty confident about. If we can depend on the crowd to come through like they usually do at about 15,000.
That's huge. That match I think is awesome.
So then we've got a grant in that we should hear about next week for doing all of the energy efficiency. So all brand new installation. So as the roof comes off, we'll do it from up there. We'll do it. I mean, it's $36,000 quote. So we've got a grant that might cover that.
Ooh.
And then we're working on a Hero X prize to create a climate change coalition in Lansing. And we already have it, and it's already badass. And I have to be done at noon, by the way. I've got to get over to a lunch meeting.
Yep.
Why are we going to that place at noon? Oh shit, it's gonna be so busy. But all these grants for the renewable side are coming together now, and it's all kind of being supported because of the Alice stuff, all of those things. And so that I see it as it's a slope, like it's gonna happen and we're not gonna be able to stop it.
Yep.
Like we're falling down a hill,
yeah,
but in a very good way. And so then I kind of drew that as like a slide. And then it became apparent, and I wish I had it with me. I'm going to draw this out, that, all right, now Uniswap sponsors Dream Detroit, and everybody in the world sees that wants to know what the fuck the Fledge is. So they're going to go here and they're going to say, this place is fucking sweet. And they're going to be able to take their tour. They're going to be able to buy Fledge. They're going to be able to join the DAO. And I just, as soon as that happens, then we've got the money to pay for our Fledge fractals, to do our renewable energy DAO. I mean, it's just going to blow up. And we're going to have it. It's as irrevocable as the past right now. Not that the past isn't revocable, because the past isn't as true, is as fuzzy as the future, right?
I affirm. Wow.
So, and then there was a third, then 10,000 Fledges. There's a framework right there.
There's a framework. Yes, exactly. Yep.
Oh, now I remember the really big thing. So during this patronicity, I'm super excited, man. Why aren't you here? We should be.
I know.
Or I should be there. With the patronicity, the lady, I don't know if you've met her or not, that runs Punks with Lunch.
No, I think
she came to me the other day and said we should do Fledge talks, like TED Talk.
Oh, it's a great idea. Yeah.
And so then I said, well, and it's going to be a 15-minute talk. And then we're going to have the guest and 3 or 4 people talk about why that's Fledgy.
Yes.
And so it's going to be Fledge talks. Talk Fledgy to me.
Talk Fledgy to me. Ay. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Huh?
Yep.
And we're going to do one a day for 60 days straight during our campaign.
Badass. But we're not exciting.
We're going to record a bunch of them. We're not going to go live like that.
Wow. Yeah.
So I have to, you made up the term Fledgy. I need you like as the second. I need her.
I was gonna say, sign me up. Yeah, I'm ready to go. As you were saying that, I was like running through the different topics I could get into. So, yeah, I'm in. I'm game. Badass.
Okay. And then every show will end with a patronicity link. It'll end with all of that. We'll ask. I wouldn't want to ask your community for anything. Okay. I want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
But my community up here. So if I've got, let's say the mayor, he's never going to come up. Hey, we'll get in a fight if he comes on. Like a fist fight. So, but I would ask him now, share our patronicity. So it's going to be strategically for that. But if my guest is somewhere else, I'm like, if they're not in here, I'm not going to ask them.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
I want to make sure that I'm not trying to suck resource from your community. I want it to stay in your community.
Nice. Cool. Yeah.
So you have a fundraiser.
Yep. And I know where your come from is on all this, and I appreciate it. And it's interesting, like we're even trying to minimize the amount of ask that we are doing with our direct community. More ask for like physical things, like in-kind stuff with our community, and then like the money from like people in the valley and like the larger donors who have more of that disposable income. So we're even sensitive to it on our own community. So I know you get it. Yep. So I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things that that this sparked that I would like to share with you.
Okay.
We've got.
Can I stop sharing my screen now?
Yeah. But before I do that, do you have anything else you want to share or get into that would be good before we do a swap? Is there anything else you want to show or share?
No. Cool. I mean, I just wanted you to see that I'm not full of shit.
I know. I'm proud of it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because that really puts some doubts to rest, Jerry. Thanks for that. All right. So. Let me start by just showing you like the theme that we'll go with quickly is like, here are some ways that I see some direct connections with what you're doing and what we're doing, just so we can get a better sense of the shared territory to find out how we can work on some stuff later. So if my computer is going to cooperate with me, I want to show you our Discord channel, and I need to get you in here, man. Source subject. Okay, let's see.
I got so much shit to pay attention to that one more app just kills me.
Right. Well, you can turn off the little sounds, and that helps. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but then everyone gets mad at me for not responding.
Yeah, they take it. Okay, so here's our Discord channel. We have we're doing the whole like Cosmo local or glocal thing, you know, like it's working simultaneously on the local and on the global, and you're doing that too, obviously. But this server has people from all over the world, and then there's people specifically involved in what we're doing in Superior. And so you can see we've got our general chat here for stuff going on in Superior. You can see our movie night that we did. And then also, the main thing I wanted to show you today is this time tracking that we're doing. So right now, in order for us to do proof of work, and stop me if I've showed this to you before, what we're doing is we put the date, we put who showed up, we put the number of hours that they were doing something for. So here you can see on the 4th, we were getting our next Lear installed. We see who showed up, and then we see what was done. Each lunar cycle, this ends up getting transposed. Whatever activity was done in that lunar cycle gets transposed from this Discord channel over to a spreadsheet. Once it's in a spreadsheet, then we can find out total number of hours worked, number of hours per person, distribution of who did what, or who put how many hours in. And then what we've done is we've linked that into being able to pay people crypto. So it's clunky because I'm still the person in the middle. I'm the person with the wallet that has crypto, and then I, encourage people to get their crypto wallets, and then I can transfer them funds based on the contributions that they've made. So I'm bringing this up to say, like, this is our current way that we're doing some of what you talked about, as far as like you do something, you get some kind of crypto monetary benefit from it. So just to give you an idea how this shows up in a spreadsheet. And my question to you is going to be, are there any ways that with what you have going on that we can get out of me then having to be the one in the middle to go to each person? I add up the total amount for each person. Right now, we've all agreed that we're not that we're okay with not being paid. I don't get paid, which is good. But you can see, like, when we were doing payments, this is like as far as we've been able to get. The problem is we run out of crypto money, and then we can't pay people crypto money. But I would love to not have to be the one to have it all in my wallet and then transfer it out to other people. So,
Okay.
yeah.
We have this a similar problem right now. I'm asking people to send me a request through MetaMask, and then I pay it.
Oh, that's honestly, that in of itself
it helps a lot.
It's still the same problem, but it reduces the friction for sure, because then the ping, then I just fulfill the ping. So that's good. Cool.
Yeah. So
but hopefully we can get out of that.
But yes, so the next thing would be to have a QR code for every project, or type of project, and you scan that QR code when you start, and you scan the QR code when you're done. Now you have that same punch in, punch out problem, right?
Yep.
So you might have to fix some. But what would happen then is on one of those dashboards, you would have, you'd have an accounts payable. You'd still have to do that. Because you wouldn't want to not do that, because one mistake and all your crypto's gone. Right? So if somebody requests 1 million Matic,
And it
you're
just happened. Yeah, right.
yeah. So, but you would have a board that would say approve, 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 deny, edit, whatever. And that then would take care of all the transactions at once for you.
Yeah,
So-
I love that. And then it still has a little bit of participation on their end to do a thing, so that
Mhm.
way they know how much they should be getting, they request it, and then I could just approve it, and then it goes. So that is helpful. That's
Well,
better
this-
than nothing.
the scan in, scan out would require them to sign with their wallet. And that then would automatically do that request, put it on the dashboard.
Really? No shit. So
Yeah.
have you already done that? Because I've never
No.
seen that done. That sounds like a good project to work on.
We're using the I forgot, the event notes on the blockchain to put our own codes in.
Like a little
But I can't-
metadata. Yeah.
So you can do that. You write those in the smart contract. And then on my site, you might see a place where I'm having trouble reading events. I can't read the events yet, but I'm figuring it out. You have to get like a PhD, and it's so fucking complicated.
Yeah.
It's a lot to study. And so, but when we figure that out, then we've got it.
Nice. Okay.
So
Awesome.
I can sign a wallet. Yep.
let's see that as like we have a shared interest in solving that for our own on the ground stuff, and then it will definitely make like how we end up working together, especially if we start using Fledge coin and have a superior coin through what you're doing. It all seems like it's going to work really well, because we're already starting to build this muscle of and socializing this notion of doing some work and getting some crypto. So are you on Giveth?
I am.
You are? Okay, good. Nice. So this is what we've been using. And then just to give you an idea of like,
You're not sharing your screen anymore.
geez, thanks for telling me that. So share screen. Come on, baby. Just to give you an idea of some of the things that we end up doing. So like when we do we do an update every lunar cycle. It's just like an easy way to keep our Giveth account active. So you can see some of what's going on here. But then what I find really interesting about having the data in the spreadsheet is that we can look at Miguel being a hero. He's a veteran. So happy Veterans Day to him. But you can see like the spread of how many work hours were put in. And this is some really interesting things that we're able to do. So, okay. So there's that. So I see some good things happening there. I want to share with you something called FedWiki. Remember I was telling you I was talking to all these guys who are like super into ISO stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was a really funny thing that was happening when they were all talking about, yeah, this is where we came from. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I know some other another ISO person. So this right here is called FedWiki. What's FedWiki? Imagine every person having their own essentially like their own wiki functionality. And this was created by the person who invented the wiki. Ward Cunningham is his name, and he was one of the guys in that meeting I was telling you about. He put this together, and the idea is that here I have my own little site, and if I see a site that someone else has or a page that someone else has, I can fork that page and then make my own edit. So instead of like Wikipedia, where it's like there's a consensus based on the certain format and what we're going to say is true, well, I can fork any page and then I can add and do my own stuff. And if someone likes that, they can fork my page or add it to theirs. It's really cool.
This go fork yourself.
Go fork yourself. Exactly. And so, here's Regenerating Sonora. You can see our different natural capital, financial capital initiatives, our community center. You can get a bunch of information here. And what I've been doing is putting in what we're doing for each lunar cycle. Here we started doing rated R Wednesdays is what we're calling these now, for a movie night that's more geared for adults. But there's all kinds of interesting affordances that take place. So like I started putting in some little tracks of all of our activities that we're doing. And here's like the movie night that we had. And then here's some just basic information that anyone can see. And then what we're starting to find interesting about this is that, like, you know how you make that comment, like, you can't plan that, oh, we did this and then that spawned off this other thing. Like, it's just like you can't put that into the plan if you're working with emergence, right? So what I'm finding really interesting is that we can start to create some tracks of this stuff. So for instance, here's this movie night that we had. I think it was the one before this. Yeah, it was the actually it was even before this one. It was a Nacho Libre movie night when we learned that there's people in town who are homeless, that their biggest priority is finding some paid work. Like they were just like, if we can find some paid work, that would make the biggest difference. So we started doing this little experiment that's still ongoing, which is elderly people need yard work done, people who are housing insecure or just hungry for work for one reason or another. They are eager to do this work. So can we start to pool some money together, get this work done, pay these folks? This came out of a Nacho Libre movie night. But what we find interesting is we can start to link these projects that kind of emerge from this one event, and then later on in like a few years, we'll be able to see all these interesting things that have spawned off from what. So we're hoping that that's going to start to do things like when people say, well, what's the value of doing blah, 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 blah? Like we can at least give a little bit more of some empiricism around why this emergent stuff is so important. And then maybe some other people can get this stuff too.
It's fucking amazing.
I want to get you a site if you're keen. It's really cool.
Dude, I'm very keen. I want the link to that because you've got everything I want to read about. I want to know what you put in financial and natural and built in all the capitals. I want to see how you do that. And I want to, you've got the Lear Garden right there.
Yep.
And a lot I could learn here.
Yep.
And I like this because I'm not trying to absorb you. We're shuffling each other together. You know,
100%. And then
that's what I always want.
Yep. And there's so much that this thing can do. Like this thing, like we got there's all kinds of stuff under the hood here. Like we had a Miro map that we put together. And then they were able to just get the Miro map, export it, import it into here, and create a whole systems diagram based on this, like the stickies and everything else. And then that can then turn into, if you're familiar with VinSim, some of these like these simulators for like systems dynamics that are taking place. This can eventually turn into like some of the stuff that we're doing can be brought in and simulated as like a system dynamic map. So like that's just one example of like a zillion things that this thing can do. So I'll definitely send you this link, and I'd be happy for you to click around as you see fit. But this is,
if you don't mind, that would be great.
Oh yeah, no, it's all public on purpose.
Okay. I am gonna have to go. I'm so sorry.
We only got to 3 out of the 8, but you can't be late.
Yeah, these guys are important in they're one of the nodes. So are you, by the way, but not that you're not important, but
I'm easy to for you to get on the schedule again. So
they have millions of dollars in grants.
Oh
and
yeah,
they could subcontract me this afternoon.
Oh shit!
For some of them, and so it's a great opportunity. I'm broke, so I need to get.
Oh hey, me
some
too.
Money. Yeah, I know you are. That's why
Isn't that crazy.
That's why we clean toilets.
You must be the founder.
That's why we're gonna change the world. Though.
Yeah, 100%, baby. I'll let you go, Jerry. Let's get another time on the books. I'll just set you something on text, and we can pick it up from here. And I'll send you a couple things that you can look at on your leisure too. Good talking with you, brother. I'm so excited for what you're doing.
Let me leave what I definitely want to get. I don't want to wait a week for our weekly meetings.
No.
We need to meet very soon, in the next couple of days even.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm game.
And then one quote that gets me through the day when I'm broke. To really be committed to the revolution, you must have nothing to lose.
Man. Yes.
So
Blessings to you, brother, on your path. Good to see you.
have fun getting more committed to the revolution.
Let's go.
All right, yo.
Peace.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
A couple days, really.
Right on.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
Two
Thank
days
you.
from now, let's meet again.
Okay.
At least. Ciao.